Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are looking at Arbitrum. So the token is called ARB, and as you may already know that it is one of the biggest layer 2 solution in the Ethereum ecosystem. So I won't be discussing what is Arbitrum and what is going on with it. I will be just going straight towards what is important. So first of all, you have to understand, we will look at the ecosystem. After that we'll come to the token and price prediction of the coin, because there are a lot of things which we have to discuss, because there will be around 1.1 billion tokens in the market in the next 6 days. These will be from future team advisors and even investors. We will talk about those. We'll talk about investors and who are those, and see if there is any selling happening or not. So first of all, if we look at Arbitrum, the biggest one, they have coming up something called Arbitrum Arcade. As you can see, starting from the 8th March, an 8-week on-chain gameathon with the 24 Arbitrum game designs to highlight Web3 innovative gaming experience. So basically, this is some kind of event on Arbitrum, and beside that, I don't think there is anything going on. They do have a lot of community, and as you can see, their ecosystem is growing rapidly. So beside that, there is nothing going on with Arbitrum on their Twitter. So if we look at here, this is their actually the one of the most the utility of the Arbitrum is to be used on governance, and as you can see here, there are a lot of proposals going on. As of now, 1 2 3 4 5, so there are around 5 proposals going on about different things. So users can actually vote here and decide what will happen to that ecosystem or that product. So this is basically one of the utility that Arbitrum has. So beside that, let me just open the trading view. We'll come to that later. So beside that, we have Arbitrum Defi or Arbitrum Total Value Log. As you can see, it has been going parabolic, and it actually went it is actually on its all-time high. As you can see, the last time its all-time high was in May of 2023, so which is, I guess, 10 months ago or 11 months ago, so I'm not even sure. So it was in 2023, so it has been 1 year that it has hit its all-time high, and it's around 3.5 billion, which is pretty big. And it is this layer 2 is the biggest one in terms of total TVL locked, as you can see here. So the biggest platform as usual is GMX, followed by Aave. So let's just cut to other thing. So there is something you have to keep in mind, that Arbitrum did lose their ranking in terms of market cap, and it was beaten by Mental. So Mental actually did not have that much of market cap, and it was actually below the Arbitrum at some point, but it went up from the Arbitrum, and it is sitting around 3.41, as you can see, and it has gone up over 72%, which is pretty big as well. So in terms of that, Arbitrum has lost its value. So now let's look at the most important thing, which is their token. So it has a max supply of 10 billion, and it has a circulating supply of 1.4 billion, and as of now there is a daily supply of 7 million Arbitrum, which goes to the Arbitrum DAO treasury. But as of but they have a big unlock cliff coming on I believe in 6 days or 7 days, on 16th March, as you can see here, which is 1.1 billion Arbitrum will be in the market, out of which 673 million belongs to the team or advisors, and 438 million belongs to the Arbitrum investors. So in terms of team, they could be taking some profit, because they have been developing Arbitrum for a long term. So I think they would actually take some reward. But most of the time, a team does not sell the tokens, because they are committed in the long run. So in terms of value in the dollar, team's token are evaluated around are valued around 1.4 billion. As for investors, they are around 942 million, which is pretty massive. So if we look here, this is actually the cliff which I'm talking about, and this cliff will actually increase. The next cliff will be on April of 2024, but as of now, this is the most important cliff. And if we look at the investors, so Arbitrum is actually developed by Offchain Labs, and they raised over 123 million dollars in, I guess, 3 rounds. And the first one was a seed round, And if we look at the first round, let's just see what is going on here. So the first round, the biggest investor was the Pantera Capital, and they also had Jake Side, and even Coinbase Venture was involved. So in this round there is around 3.7 million, and in Series A let's just see how much they raised. So they raised around $20 million. It was held on 2021 April. So we actually do not see who the investors are here, so that could be a problem. So the last one is a Series B. So let's just okay, so I think we will be able to see the investors. So the lead investor was a Lightspeed Venture Partners, and we also have Alameda Research. So you have to keep in mind and you have to be careful, because I believe Alameda Research, if they have not already sold their token by some deals, if not, I think they will be taking profit, because they are bankrupt and they need to pay for that as well. I think they also need to pay to FTX as well. So I think if we see Alameda Research token get unlocked, I think they could be selling. So you have to be extra careful if you are holding Arbitrum, because I believe I think there will be some sell pressure from them as well. So the reason I'm saying that is because that is mostly because of the Alameda Research, and I don't think the other will be selling, because there is a massive growth for Arbitrum on their ecosystem, and if they do take some profit, that is understandable, but if they don't, I think they will be okay with that. So I think that is, you have to keep in mind, in 7 days there will be sell pressure in the market. So you have to be you just need to keep in mind, so you know why Arbitrum goes down if it does. So in terms of its price, let's just see here and see what is going on. So as you can see here, we had a big resistance which actually got crossed, and it has hit all-time high, and the all-time high was around, I believe, let's just remove these things. So okay, so let's just remove this one. This was a big if we look here, this was a big breakout, and I did say if it got done, the price will most likely go up, and it did. So let's just delete this one and see what we can do. So as you can see, there are a lot of potential sellers here. So it has high volatility as of now. So, and I think we can take some advantage of that selling if that does happen. So the first entry point which I am looking at is around here, around 1.73 to 1.69, which could be a pretty good entry point. If you are looking for a quick entry and quick trade, you can actually enter here. So if not, I think we can enter around 1.42, which is also pretty good. If not, this one seems also pretty good, around 1.59 to 1.54. And if not, you can also enter around 1.35 or 1.23 or even $1. So these are basically entry points which could be the sniper entries, and if the investors do take profit, we can actually get the advantage of it and enter here and sell as it goes up, because it is one of the biggest it is one of the biggest layer 2 solution, and I think as it has a growing ecosystem, there will be a lot of growth from Arbitrum in the coming days. So in terms of its price, if we look at mental, it did actually cross Arbitrum, and if we look at Optimism, it has a market cap of around 4.6 billion, and Polygon has around 10.5 billion. So let's just say that altcoin goes up massively, because and BTC gets in the sideways. So even in the worst conditions, I think it could actually go above $5 billion market cap, which means potentially Arbitrum price could actually hit at least $5 or even $4.5. That is the worst case scenario. If the best happens, I think it could actually go over 10 billion or even 8 billion. If it does go to the 8 billion, I think Arbitrum could be trading around $10 or even slightly below that. So that is pretty good, but you have to keep in mind that if the alt goes up, if not, if the BTC does crash, I think the price will most likely correct itself in the down in these price range. So that is pretty good for entries. So that was it. I hope you like the video. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.